Hi, I'm Mark Reefer, CEO of Clear Message Management, and I wanted to do a website audit for you, really a sample, using my investment advisory business. So I'm going to show you the former website and also the current website to give you some ideas. I'm going to look at three things, and number one is to pass the grunt test. Using the StoryBrand methodology, that's one of the tests that every website has to pass. So we're going to talk about passing the grunt test. Second, I'm going to discuss the positioning of the business as the hero as opposed to the client being the hero. And then finally, we're going to take a look at really the call to action. There's got to be a clear call to action so that the visitors to the site know exactly what they want you to do. So first, let's look at passing the grunt test. So what is the grunt test? Don Miller of StoryBrand says that every website needs to pass the grunt test. If you're a caveman, you want to know in 5 seconds or less, what does this website have to offer, how can I pay for it, and how's it going to make my life better? All that in 5 seconds or less. So if we look at the Level Path site, not too bad. Our eye line typically goes from left to right in a Z pattern like this. So in 5 seconds or less, you learn Level Path's investment advisors. You got to read the scripture a little bit, but okay, it's an investment company, investment advisory company. Pretty good tab, not too hard to read through the tab offerings there. And then the promise is a good promise, but it also takes a little bit of time. Probably for somebody who wants to get a real quick first impression, this takes a little bit too long. It's an attractive site, but really not great in terms of passing the grunt test. Okay, number two, does the business position itself correctly for the viewer? And what do I mean by that? The whole paradigm change with StoryBrand is to position the business not as the hero, but to position the business as the guide. And so in this case, following this marketing philosophy, it certainly tells a lot about Level Path's investment advisors, and it tells them in a nice, attractive way. But again, it's more focused on that business and what is their why, what is their purpose, and why do they do what they do. And that's one of the bents of a lot of marketing philosophies, is to really explain the why of your company. And this site does a nice job of that. If we scroll down a little bit, let's take a look at it. It's pretty easy to navigate. Very quickly you see perspective, principles, and process. It's easy to drill down, so that's attractive. But again, it's about positioning the company and why we do what we do. Going further down, a little bit about the apps, you can get ready information, and then finally something about the team. And then in every website at the bottom, you have what we call the junk drawer, the different disclaimers and such like that. So it's an attractive site. Got a lot of positive feedback on the site. Really, clients like it quite a bit. But there's no call to action. What do you want the client to do? This is a nice landing page site for people to drill down and get some information, but it's really not going to generate any leads, and certainly it didn't generate many leads for us. Going back up to the top, the other thing about it is, this website has a tremendous amount of resources. Then that resources tab, don't have to click on it, but there are a lot of really nice ghost-written articles, or some articles that we might have written, that look at pertinent topics. Really nice videos are produced by the folks that we are connected with here. But I got to be honest with you, not a whole lot of people know that they're even there. So attractive site, not too bad on the grunt test, positions comfortably as a business that they might want to take a look at, but not really looking at the customer as the hero. And finally, there's no clear call to action. Certainly they can call us up there, and then they know they can call us if they want to set an appointment. But really, where are the stakes? Well, why is their life going to get better working with our company? Well, we needed to change our website, and so we also rebranded the company, which was a bit of a risk, but very much easy to do once we designed our whole company rebrand. Taking a look at Clear Money Path, just the site itself, going through the checklist again, does this pass the grunt test in 5 seconds or less? This is an investment company, aligning your faith and finances in a system that works. Very easy, passes the grunt test, good tagline. What do they get? Nothing really about why we do our business. They're probably assuming we are doing business because we want to help people and help our customers. But what do they get? They get to experience the confidence of a clear financial path. And finally, we certainly have a clear call to action. The upper right-hand corner, nice and bold, easy to see, And it's not just, well, get started if you feel like it. It's no, we want you to schedule something. We want you to commit your time, schedule a conversation with us. You'll always see that throughout the site, and indeed it's here as well. So they get the idea right off the bat. What do we want them to do? We want them to schedule a conversation. Well, if they're not ready for that, they're going to look at the rest of the site, and certainly the video speaks to that. We'll look at that here in a second. But as we scroll down, notice from the B-roll as well, they got an idea of people getting their problem solved, experiencing the confidence of a clear financial path. Now we look at some other authority line in terms of the kind of resources that come to the table for them. Some actually well-known investment firms and money managers. Really quick bites of information to give them a snapshot of what kind of authority is coming to their aid. Scrolling down, easy to do business with this firm. 3 simple steps, highlights a little bit more about the process. Again, schedule a conversation. They always know what to do. They're thinking about it, and in the meantime, we give them some things to chew on. Scrolling down further, if they want to, they can drill down, get a little bit more. You know, it is hard to save and invest, and Wall Street makes it harder. You want to hear more about the company, you can drill down very easily there. So what makes Clear Money Path so different? Scrolling down some more, some really key items. What do you get? You're the hero. How is the hero going to be helped? Well, other people who have come to our company, you know, terrific retention rate. Almost everybody stays with us. When they come to us with their serious money, they stay here. Well over 90% of the customers have either the majority or all of their investment assets with us. They come to us with their serious money and they stay. And finally, the number one way that we grow our business is by far by referrals. Well, that communicates a lot to the hero. We're not the hero, our customers are the hero, and we help them quite a bit. Scrolling down a little bit more, where are they going to be after they've done business with us? Well, if they're not already, they're going to become a wise provider, a wise investor, and a wise mentor to help their whole family and really transform their family such that they pass on a tradition of sound financial management. So the hero gets a lot working with this company. Scrolling down a little bit further, here's the video. They can get that at their leisure, and then at the bottom, some other drill down where they can actually meet the team, which is right down here. So not as prominent. The main paradigm of this site is towards the hero, which is the client. But certainly the client can go down and get more information about that. And also about the money test, if they're not ready to schedule a conversation. The money test is here. Also scroll all the way up to the top. Notice there in the upper right-hand corner, if they want to take the money test, it's free. Click on that if you would. And we'll see that that's a specific drill down. And in 5 minutes or less, we can help identify whatever is needed to upgrade their financial life. So they get a lot out of this site, and they get it very quickly. Passes the grunt test, the client is clearly the hero, and it's very obvious what we want the customer to do. We want them to schedule a conversation. So that's a brief website audit of our former site and the upgrades to our new site. I hope you find that helpful, and if we can help you with your website and your business, we'd be happy to do so.